Hi, this is your host, and you're watching this channel. In today's episode, we will learn about one of the most ferocious and powerful animals that exists on our planet, the polar bear. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. The polar bear is the largest bear species that exists on our planet and also the largest land predator. This species can be found in the northern hemisphere, mainly in the Arctic region. Polar bears live in countries such as Canada, Russia, Greenland, Norway, and the United States.
However,
Most of them can be found in Canada, which is home to more than 60% of the world's polar bear population. As polar bears live in one of the coldest and iciest places on Earth, they have had to adapt to these conditions in order to survive. The polar bear has thick white fur and a layer of fat under its skin. These two features help keep the polar bear warm in the extremely cold temperatures of the Arctic. Their fur is hollow, and this allows the air inside to be trapped, providing excellent insulation against the freezing temperatures. Polar bears are well adapted to life in the Arctic, as their fur provides camouflage on the ice, allowing them to sneak up on their unsuspecting prey. Polar bears are carnivorous animals, and their diet consists mainly of meat. Their favorite meal is the ringed seal, and they can even eat the bearded seal, the hooded seal, and the harp seal. Polar bears also eat other animals, such as beluga whales, dolphins, walruses, polar foxes, seabirds, fish, and even ducks. To find food, polar bears depend on the presence of sea ice, since that's where their main prey, the seals, rest and sunbathe. When the weather gets warmer, the ice melts, and the bears must travel further to find food. This can lead to exhaustion and starvation if food is not found. Polar bears rely primarily on their sense of smell to locate food from miles away. They have an incredible sense of smell, which helps them sniff out seals and other prey from far away. Once they've located their prey, polar bears use their sharp claws and teeth to catch and kill them. Polar bears are well adapted for life in the water. They're excellent swimmers and can reach speeds of up to 6 miles per hour in the water. They can also stay submerged for up to 30 minutes at a time. This adaptation is crucial for catching fish and other aquatic prey. Their paws are webbed, which helps them steer while swimming. Webbed feet also make it easier to move through the water. Polar bears have two types of fur, a soft downy underfur and a longer coarser guard hair. The guard hairs repel water and help keep the underfur dry. This is important because the underfur provides insulation. The polar bear's layer of fat under the skin also helps regulate body temperature and conserve energy. Polar bears can fast for months without food, relying on their fat reserves to sustain them. Polar bears are generally solitary animals, except during mating season or when a mother is raising cubs. During mating season, males will compete for the right to mate with a female. Males will fight each other by biting, scratching, and hitting each other with their paws until one male is driven away. Once a male has successfully mated with a female, they will not form a pair bond, and each will go their separate ways. Female polar bears give birth to their cubs in the winter. The cubs will stay with their mother for about 2 years, during which time she will teach them how to hunt and survive in the Arctic environment. After 2 years, the cubs will be independent and ready to start their own family. Polar bears usually have a lifespan of about 20 to 30 years in the wild, but some have been known to live up to 40 years. Although polar bears are apex predators, they are currently facing serious threats. Polar bears are currently listed as vulnerable species by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Polar bears are threatened by climate change, which causes the sea ice to melt, reducing their habitat and food sources. As temperatures rise, the Arctic ice cap shrinks, making it harder for polar bears to find seals to eat. Additionally, rising sea levels caused by melting glaciers can inundate polar bear nesting sites. This can destroy nests and force polar bears to find new nesting areas. This can be difficult, especially in a changing environment where suitable nesting sites are becoming more scarce. Furthermore, the loss of sea ice also makes it harder for polar bears to travel. As the ice melts, polar bears have to travel further to find food and mates, which can lead to exhaustion and death. Finally, climate change can also lead to an increase in the number of polar bears. When temperatures rise, the polar bears may encounter other species of bears, such as brown bears, which can lead to interbreeding. This can result in hybrid bears, which are less fit to survive in the Arctic environment. Now let's take a look at some interesting facts about the polar bear. Did you know that the polar bear is the largest land predator on Earth? That's right. This massive bear can weigh over 1,500 kilograms and measure more than 2.4 meters in length. It can easily prey on large animals such as seals and even whales. Despite its large size, the polar bear is an excellent swimmer and can reach speeds of up to 6 miles per hour in the water. Its webbed feet and long, powerful paws make it a strong and efficient swimmer. Polar bears are also known for their intelligence. They are highly adaptable and can adjust their behavior based on environmental changes. For example, polar bears will change their hunting strategies depending on the availability of their prey. And here's another interesting fact. Did you know that polar bears have a special adaptation to help them survive in freezing temperatures? They have a thick layer of fat under their skin that acts as insulation, keeping them warm in sub-zero temperatures. This layer of fat also helps them float in the water, allowing them to conserve energy while hunting. Now let's look at another amazing aspect of the polar bear, its sense of smell. Polar bears have an incredible sense of smell that they use to locate their prey from miles away. They can sniff out seals and other animals from far away, and then use their excellent swimming skills to reach them. In fact, their sense of smell is so good that they can detect a seal's breathing hole in the ice from far away. This allows them to catch their prey unawares and ensures a successful hunt. Finally, did you know that polar bears are solitary animals, except during mating season or when a mother is raising cubs? They are generally solitary creatures who spend most of their time alone. They only come together during mating season or when a mother is raising cubs. During mating season, males will compete for the right to mate with a female. After mating, the male will leave and the female will give birth to her cubs. She will raise them alone until they are old enough to fend for themselves. We've learned that the polar bear is a fascinating and well-adapted animal. From its thick fur and blubber to its excellent sense of smell and swimming skills, the polar bear is perfectly suited to survive in the harsh conditions of the Arctic. However, the polar bear is currently facing serious threats due to climate change. As temperatures rise and sea ice melts, polar bears are struggling to find food and raise their young. It's up to us to protect this iconic species and ensure that it continues to thrive for generations to come. What do you think about the polar bear? Let us know in the comments section below. I hope you enjoyed learning about this amazing animal. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.